The weekly range works directly in confluence with the previous lesson on valid framework because once you identify potential valid framework in the market, we can also align that with a weekly range profile, which adds that added layer of narrative to understand what the market should do next. The first step of applying the weekly range is letting Monday go without us. We've already talked about that in the Monday rule. Reason being is because every new week we are reframing and resetting our bias. And as we let these opening days develop, especially Monday, that's giving us context of what a weekly range profile may be if offered. Now, when it comes to weekly profiles, there are four that you are likely already familiar with if you've seen weekly profiles before: classic expansion, midweek reversal, consolidation reversal, and Thursday counter. The one thing these all have in common is that they don't go beyond 3 consecutive expansion days in the same direction. This pairs directly with what I was talking about before with the expansion rule and why it's even more significant when it occurs within a single week. Weekly profiles are just that. They are avoiding Monday, looking to align it, and then they all do not go beyond those 3 consecutive days of expansion in the same direction. You can see with a classic expansion week, if Monday is ranged or makes an opposing run, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday expands, Friday returns back into the range because of that rule. Monday, Tuesday ranged or making an opposing run, midweek reversal, expansion for 3 days, and that caps it off. If it's a consolidation reversal, it can expand for 2 days. A Thursday counter, if the market expands from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, we expect to either pause or return back into that range. That is weekly profiles. If you understand the expansion rule in the weekly range, you are trading weekly profiles. Now, there will be times where one of these 4 profiles does not align, and that can and will happen in certain weeks. When that does occur, that just means we're not focused on the weekly profile or the specific days of the week. We just put our focus on the valid framework for our trades.